This week on the Jock and Nerd Podcast, Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 2 goes full Titan chaos, Godzilla, Kong, time travel madness, and a finale that sets up something huge. Did it stick the landing? Plus, The Devil Wears Prada 2 struts back into theaters. Bigger, bolder, but does it have that iconic bite? We've got trailers, news, and everything we're watching, all in this edition of the Jock and Nerd Weekly for Monday, May 4th, 2026.
Hey, what's up? It's Andy Dick. With all of the podcasts out there, how does Jock and Nerd show stand out? How does that stand out? It's the only podcast to feature a beef chow mein eating, Grubhub ordering, couch surfing, comic book reading, Three Loco loving, ball scratching, funny foul-mouthed puppet named Rug Boy. Does that entice you? 'Cause it entices me.
Check. Check one. All right. This is for all you fans out there. Let's give it up. We shot it. We heard it. We funny. Disturb it. We shot it. We heard it. We spoiler alert. Oh, yeah.
Oh, what is up, listener? Hello. Thank you for pressing play and welcome to the Jock and Nerd Podcast, where we give you comic book and superhero TV and movie news, reviews, and whatever we choose. Jock and Nerd. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's a nerd.
And joining us, he is a fashion icon of the felty world. Walking the runway at the Met Gala. It's Rug Boy. Rugs, what are you wearing? Who are you wearing, Rugs?
Who am I wearing?
Yeah.
I'm wearing
He's wearing back alley dumpster.
my balls is hot.
My balls is hot.
Yeah, and
My balls was hot.
and my ass is itchy. Yeah.
How often have you had another man start with, hey, what are you wearing?
What are you wearing? Yeah, men don't really ask each other that, do we?
What's your? Let me ask you, Imran. What's your main brand that you wear? What is your main?
Whatever you
Yeah,
can
what brand do you even know what brand you're wearing?
Well, who looks at brands? What does
You wear
Kohl's
some Wranglers, Imran. What do you
Whatever
got on
Kohl's
there?
sells, that's the brand.
What kind of jeans are you been wearing these days?
Levi's? Are those expensive? It's definitely not Levi's.
Levi's are not that expensive now.
I don't know. What is my brand is like stuff that's given to me for free at work, and I just wear that all the time.
His brand is off-brand.
Yes, my brand is off-brand. Rug Boy's brand is crusty boxers.
I wear a lot of sweatpants.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Who
wear
are you
lots of loose fitting.
Anthony, who are you wearing? I bet you got a label on right now.
I've got some Nike shorts on.
Okay, see?
I just went for a run around the lake in Chicago. So
that sounds lovely.
it was lovely, yeah.
What's the brand of the young yuppie?
That's a good question.
A lot of kids these days, I mean, Nike's still popular, but a lot of the women are wearing like Aloe or some bullshit.
What are the dudes wearing?
Are people going to Hollister still? Was that the thing?
Hollister's I don't even know what Hollister is now. I know Abercrombie made a comeback.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, running around the lake. I mean, I don't know. People were a lot of shirtless dudes. It was me and this other guy, and we were both like. Typically, we'd run with our shirts off, or like if we're running next to each other with our shirts off. Is that weird?
that
We
weird?
just kept them on.
I can picture it.
You can either get those half shirts like Rocky 3.
Yeah.
The mesh
Run in
one.
the sand.
Yeah.
and then,
Yeah, and the
and then
really
hug each
short
other in the
shorts.
water.
Yeah, you have to run into the lake and hug each other.
Well, the short shorts are in. Like people wear short shorts now.
Yeah, I've seen
How
that.
do you keep your ball sack from running out on you?
Well, you got to
That's what
wear
I wanna
tight
know.
compression shorts underneath.
Oh, you have to wear like nut huggers.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
wear some kind of support. Come on.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you're not just. You're the days of running around in like boxers and your balls just clapping your fucking taint.
You play with your balls a lot.
Why? Isn't it good for you? I thought that was good for you. I thought you like get more sperm.
I think that
circulation.
like destroys your sperm. So
Listen.
What, dangling free?
no, it's clapping your balls against your fucking skin. I don't know if that's good for you.
I think baking your balls next to you like while you're running is even
It
worse.
incubates them.
Well, if there's a
All
doctor
right, any
listening,
ball experts,
Yeah,
please,
there's a doctor
in the
listening.
comments.
Hey, Ron, when's the
please.
last time you went for a run?
testicular running.
I don't.
Why would I be running? You gonna chase me?
Hey, nothing like running on the lake in Chicago when it's warm. The amount of people out there.
There's too many
is
fucking
great.
people out there.
It's
They
great.
need to get off the fucking Anyways, enough of the ball talk. We will talk about fashion later.
When's
But
the last time you went for a run?
I'm not. I'm not. What am I running from? I got a car. Maybe it was
I'll
raining.
collapse if I try and run. It's not going to happen.
It was raining earlier. I briefly.
It was raining. I got caught in the rain.
I
coming
ran
home.
to my car. Does that count?
Oh, yeah.
That was like, look, you fuckers, we got a lot to discuss. Can we get on with it already?
Doesn't want to talk about running. Tom Cruise, though, 60 years old, doesn't care about running.
His balls are probably fine too.
Yeah, he's.
Listen, we're gonna talk. We got a crazy, weird show. We're gonna be talking about a movie about the fashion industry, a TV show about kaiju and monsters, but we're gonna warm up with a trailer, a teaser for a horror movie. It's a lot of wacky different things. So let's warm up with the first teaser for Zach Kreger's Resident Evil.
Geek boner.
I'm already gonna give it a geek boner. You know, he's hot off Weapons. He also directed Barbarian.
Imran, Rug Boy's favorite movie of that year.
I mean, the first half of Barbarian is okay. The second half is just what he did.
Still haven't seen it.
You should watch
Yeah,
it.
you got to watch it.
You should watch
Okay.
it. He's definitely got a style. But Anthony, how much of a fan are you of the Zach Kreger's after Weapons and looking forward to his next thing, which is this Resident Evil?
I'm looking forward to Resident Evil for sure. I played Resident Evil a little bit back in the day. I didn't play it enough because honestly, I would get scared playing the fucking game by myself.
It is pretty fucking scary when you play it in the dark room.
Yeah, and then I just transitioned to like sports games and stuff. But so I never got super into it. So I don't know what the storyline really even is anymore. But anything Zach Kreger does after seeing Weapons, I'm in for. And this looked kind of creepy. So I enjoyed. Well, I'll let you. I won't steal your thunder, Imran. I'll let you talk about what about the end. But I thought it was fine. I thought I like that they like his name is so big now that they're like Zach Kreger.
Yeah.
Director of Weapons and Barbarian, and like he's made a name enough for himself where his name plus Resident Evil can hype people up. So
Right.
yeah, I'm excited. September 18th, kind of an odd time to release a movie, but fine, whatever.
Yeah, it's not a Halloween release, but it's close to Halloween. But you see like the Zach Kreger kind of tone in this trailer. It stars Austin Abrams, who was the junkie character in Weapons. And he's actually been on Walking Dead. He's been on Euphoria. He's been on a bunch of things. He's like, to me, he's like a Tim Chalamet light. You not see him as like a discount Timmy Chalamet a little bit because he kind of looks like him. But apparently he's playing a courier who has to deliver a package and gets caught up in the storyline of Resident Evil. Zach Kreger said this is a parallel story to Resident Evil 2 and 3. Now, I don't know if this is like the outskirts of Raccoon City or what. I also, like you, Anthony, I played Resident Evil a little bit. I played the first couple of games. It scared me. I like it. I get it. I know like the characters, but a lot of the Resident Evil fans are not happy with this teaser because they don't see any Resident Evil in this trailer. But for me, it really worked. Ruggs, Baron Harkonnen from Dune is sitting in the sewer. Is this a Dune crossover? What is happening here?
There is a fatso, a pale fatso in
There's
this.
a big fat white guy just sitting down there. What'd you think of this?
Well, I'm all for that. I'm lukewarm on this. I'll tell you why. And Anthony mentioned it a little bit, and you mentioned it a little bit. It doesn't seem like Resident Evil. It just seems like every other fucking weird-ass movie that we have. So, as a Resident Evil in name only, it's kind of disappointing. But Zach Kreger does make decent movies. I mean, Barbarian was a mixed bag.
Yeah.
Weapons was good. Let's see how this one lands. I think it's going to land in between the two, hopefully.
Oh, you think so? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to have like the weird like humor bullshit that
Weapons had.
or Barbarian had.
Yeah, with Justin Long in the middle.
Where it was just like, I think the problem with Barbarian is just improbable.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of the stuff that was going on was so like contrived and improbable that it was stupid.
Yeah.
I think with this, he's got more leeway because Resident Evil, like anything can happen pretty much.
Yeah.
So I think he's got a little bit more leeway as far as that's concerned, but it just seems not fresh. Seems a little stale, but that's to me.
I mean, he always does these interesting doorway shots, right? Like in Weapons, we had that doorway with the lady while she's waiting for her in the car. Sufficiently creepy. They show you one in this trailer. It's fantastic because there's arms and legs all akimbo sticking out of a doorway, like upside down. You're like, what the fuck? Wow, how are those legs up there? I love that shot. And then, yeah, just him.
That's probably the best shot in the whole thing.
It's like, that's fucking creepy. Like, what the fuck's going on? And then him running down the street and bodies just splattering on cars. The cars are on fire. It may not be Resident Evil, but I dig it. I was like, this looks good. I can't wait to watch this. Just a straight, simple story. You know, guys got to get from here to here and not get killed. That's okay. I'm down.
I'm in.
Right? I think it will be fun. And
what's the story of Resident Evil? I know we talked about this, but what is the story again?
What is the story, Ruggs? It's Raccoon City. You got Leon. You got that girl character.
I'm looking it up right now.
Ask AI, you fuck. You've played the game.
I mean, obviously we know it's like the Umbrella Corporation is up to shenanigans. They're doing like chemical bullshit, making bioweapons.
Yeah.
And it goes and there's an outbreak, right? So in the movie they did use this character called Alice, but it's usually Jill Valentine or whatever.
That's right,
yeah.
Jill and yeah.
Yeah, so it's different characters that are the protagonist. You got Jill Valentine, Leon Kennedy, Chris Redfield, and the other Redfield bro. And then they, with the films, they did use this character called Alice. That's kind of like an experiment gone awry.
They made her up for the movies. She wasn't in the game.
I believe so.
Yeah.
They eventually probably retconned her into it, but the initial ones, no.
But remember, you got mutated dogs and people, and they would jump through the glass and scare the shit out of you. And it's the game where you can play it as Joel, right, all the way through, and then go back and play it as Jill.
Yeah.
Or Leon. Sorry, I keep saying Joel. You could play it as Leon, and then you come back and you play it as Jill and get the other side of the story.
That's right.
That's kind of cool.
So, yeah. So the first Resident Evil came out in 1996.
Oh man.
And Resident Evil 2 came out in 98.
So
it's been around for a fucking long ass time.
Yeah. And Raccoon City is where it takes place, correct?
So that means like old fucks like us know it, and then there's younger fucks that are Anthony's age that know it.
Well, there's
and
a
then
shit
even
ton,
younger fucks that know it.
There's like 7 movies and like 13 games or some shit for Resident Evil. So it is the video game movies are still coming back. This one looks good, even though it's barely Resident Evil. Listener, let us know what you think. You could join this conversation. Join our Facebook group. It's called Jock and Nerd Nation. Jock and Nerd. It's a closed private group just for you, listener. Spoiler threads, lots of fun things. You can meet other listeners. There's a link in the episode description. All right, let's get to the first of 2 reviews this week. We are talking Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. Season 2 has finished airing. Here is your spoiler alert.
Strap yourselves in, you fucks. Spoiler time.
10 episodes. Apple TV Plus. Anthony, where do you want to start? What the fuck was the season about?
I binged most of it in like a week.
Oh, that's great because I forgot a lot of the shit that happened.
What is this season about? It's all over the place, but I would say the general overlying thing is by going into Axis Mundi to save some people, they let out a monster called Titan X, and Titan X is rampaging across all of the world, and they have to figure out how to deal with Titan X while also dealing with a shit ton of family drama with all these characters basically intertwined, and also intertwined with the different companies or corporations that are trying to deal with the monsters like Monarch and Apex. So the story just jumps from different thing to different thing.
And they do the thing from the first season where you're in the 50s, 60s, then you're in 2017 is the present of the show, but it jumps from different times every episode, sometimes making it confusing. Right. And yeah, this is all where we left off first season was Shaw got left behind in the Mundi. In the Mundi.
There's a lot of Mundi in this.
A lot of Mundi in this. They needed to get Shaw. So, all right. You guys are the kaiju guys. Anthony, why don't you start? Overall, what'd you like? What did you didn't like? What did you think?
What did I like and what I didn't like?
Yeah.
I mean, what do I like? I'll start with what I like. I mean, the monsters are cool. I like the design of Titan X. Anytime the monsters are on screen, I think they look pretty good. There were some decent like twists and turns where I was like, okay, this is kind of keeping me on my toes, and I like the what the fuck, Kay, what's her name? Kay,
yeah,
Keiko.
Yeah,
I kind of like her character.
Yeah,
I enjoy Kurt Russell.
The Russells are great, both of them.
Yeah, they're fine. So yeah, those are the good things, and the show looks pretty good for the most part, right? It's on Apple TV.
I think we can all agree the show looks great.
Looks pretty good. It looks like they film a lot of it on location. It doesn't look like a ton of green. I mean, I'm sure there's green screen, but it seems like they're in a lot of these locales or whatever, or at least like redesigning places to look similar.
Yeah.
So that's all good. As far as like what I don't like, I think overall the show is just much more of a, a family, but like very, I don't know, a very like family drama / like they're all ingrained in these corporations. I don't know. It's just kind of weird to follow. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like not super riveting.
Yeah.
It's not exactly like, I mean, I had this complaint with the first season. It's not like, it's not what I would want out of the show.
Yeah.
But then again, you're making a series about kaiju. So it's like, they don't only have so much budget, so they got to revolve it around something. It's just the storyline of the family at times is just a little kind of boring. There's just a lot of like confused, like it's very complicated with the Mundi, and then also with like how much all the different corporations and what each corporation has to do, and how every episode, like it seems like one member is like now against like part of the season. Kurt Russell has his own thing going on, and they want to try to stop him, and then Kentaro has his own thing, and
Kate's over here, and the maid's over there.
I don't know. It's just not that riveting. It's all right. I don't know. I'm not offended by it, but I just don't think it's that riveting. So it's kind of hard to explain. I don't have a good pulse on like how to describe how I feel, other than it's just like, it's all right.
You know what? I get it though, because I kind of feel exactly the same way, and I can't put my finger on it. Rugs. The monster action was good. What'd you think overall? Did any of the human drama interest you at all?
I don't care about any of the humans at all. I care about Monarch, and they failed me. All right, because look, let's just put it out there. Like, the show is not terrible. It is watchable. If you like character-driven things over the monster lore, you're going to be fine, because there's good acting going on, and there's things that you can be interested in. There's all kinds of fucking betrayal and fucking secrecy and this and that, and people in love triangles and love quadrangles, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. There's a lot of that shit for you, and it looks good. The money's on screen. The monsters look great when they are on screen. But ultimately, if you're in it to watch a show about Monarch, you're not. You're watching a show about this family. It's not about Monarch. Even though some of the players in Monarch are in there, you have no idea where Serizawa is in this. All right? Yeah. You have no idea. Like, this Monarch does not look like the Monarch of King of Monsters, which is in a couple of years after this. So all of this infrastructure, all of these bases that they have, all of these fucking shelters and all this technology, and they have the fucking Argo in like 3 or 4 years from now, that's all going to just happen.
Not to mention, somehow that guy turns into John Goodman in like 3 years.
Yeah. So
I don't know how he does that.
It feels so detached from the MonsterVerse, but then you got Godzilla and Kong in there.
Yeah.
So it's like, it doesn't make any sense. Then you got then on top of everything else, you throw in this Axis Mundi that is only in the show and now serves as a way to change time and do time shit.
Yeah, throwing in this time travel thing was, I didn't know
I
about
fucking
that.
hate all of it.
I don't know about this.
I fucking hate all of it.
And I love time travel.
If you didn't have the Axis Mundi and you just had a show about Monarch fucking finding this monster and having to figure out what the fuck to do with it and how to stop it or how to whatever, that's cool. I mean, that's what I liked about the beginning of the show, the first few episodes. All right, they're like, find the monster. You learn about the monster. You kind of start looking at how Monarch operates back in the day. But then all of a sudden you cut to present time, and they still got their heads up their ass. Like, they have a cool boat, but that's it.
Yeah.
And then you don't have Serizawa. You don't have anybody like that's from the old guard that seems to be running this shit involved. So everything is tangential. Can I say it right? Tangential.
Close enough.
Tangential, yeah.
And it just doesn't feel connected enough. It feels like you can feel the difference. You could feel the shift from the continuity in the movies, which isn't great to begin with, but this makes it even more sloppy. So I appreciate you gave us Monster X. I appreciate that you're giving us Rodan. All right, which is a fucking another great player from the Toho.
That was crazy.
Roster.
Yeah.
But even the fights with King Kong and Godzilla, they were like
Didn't work.
They just were shoving each other. Like they didn't have anything epic going on in the fights. Like remember
they cut to the humans a lot.
Yeah, not only that, but like I mean, even in the last King Kong with Godzilla movie, they were like epic fights. Like he's getting slammed against the fucking pyramids. He's getting all that shit's going on. So there's nothing like that. I don't know why. I think even with the Ion Dragon last time, the fight was a little bit more easy to follow anyway. So I don't know. It kind of like let me down a little bit. So it had something in the beginning. The first few episodes, I was like, oh, this is moving really quick. And then it kind of like started getting into this lull. And then it started getting confusing with, oh, we got to get it back on course. We got to stick a thing with the Axis Mundi, got to put a tracker in it. And I'm like, oh, I liked it better. Like when that thing was like flying towards the fucking coast.
Yeah.
And they had to stop it.
Yeah.
I was like on board.
Yeah.
Because that's when the tension was really cool.
Well, they do that a couple of times and they tease you. Look, that's my main problem is like that story this season to me was very convoluted and confusing. And like Anthony, I didn't find it very compelling. I think the show looks great. The monster stuff, the scarabs, Titan X is a cool design. And, you know, the fact that she's just like a mom laying an egg, protecting her egg, it was kind of nice. But the whole story was that Kate let this thing out and she feels shitty about it for like 12 episodes. She won't shut up about it. She's very
There's
annoying.
only 10 episodes, but yeah.
Sorry. Yes, maybe at least 4 episodes. And she fucks off to San Francisco and she's such an annoying character, which is a shame. But I did like the moment at the end when Kong is fighting Titan X and then he realizes she's just a mom trying to protect her egg and kind of like lets her go.
He just like gets up and sits on the mountain.
Yeah, he's like, we don't need to fight. He's all bloody. And she was fucking him up. And then they get him, you know, the whole thing was get him back to Axis Mundi and they get him back to Axis Mundi. And then, that's, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just weird. I mean, like, it's very convoluted. Like, you have this whole Randa thing where he's tracking them and he's figured out the migratory patterns. And then, like, the main Mundi is on Skull Island. And that's where, like, they can push monsters back in. But then you have, like,
it's very convenient.
The Kate character has a psychic thing with this monster. And then you have the hacker that, like, I don't know what her name is. May, who's
undercover at Apex,
always around. Like, it's like these people, like a lot of these people, like I don't know what they're really, like, they're a value to any of this.
That's what I was going to ask.
Like, why would Apex or Monarch even, like, why don't they just like get the fuck out of here? You guys
don't really care about any of them either.
Yeah, so it's just, I don't know. It's been 2 seasons. I knew going into that's why I wasn't jumping on watching this show right away like you guys. Because I already knew I wasn't going to like it. Well, I already knew I didn't like the human characters in the first round, and I knew they were doubling down on it. So I just was like, okay. Well.
What about they throw in Amber Midthunder as like a third party, right? She like a offshoot. She doesn't work for Apex.
Yeah,
she's doing her own thing.
And now they're like, they're trying to go time travel.
And then I don't understand he talks to himself through the portal, and then puts the tracker in, and he tells himself not to approach Keiko, and she's like, later she finds out, and I would be mad too, be like, we could have been together the whole time. You knew I was there. What the fuck? So some of the human drama I wanted to mention I found interesting was the fact that Hiroshi loved 2 people just like his mother, Keiko.
Yeah, that was all right.
Right? Loved 2 people. So when the whole time he's like, you wouldn't understand, you know, the viewer's like, no, she'd understand. You just got to tell him. And then the letter that gets passed through ages where, you know, they hook up Shaw and Keiko.
I didn't mind the letter, but I was gonna say if I'm Randa,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I read that letter.
Yeah.
You think you're keeping that letter?
I mean, they had
I would
But
immediately.
you need it as proof
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, but I view it as proof of what?
of that you cheated on him.
Yeah, but she wrote it. He doesn't need the proof. He can just be like, "Yo, I read the letter."
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like,
I think, as a man, if I saw some evidence that my wife cheated on me, I'm not fucking keeping it as a keepsake.
not a keepsake, but you just keep it as ammunition.
I guess. I don't know. That was maybe I don't know. The letter thing was like whatever. Like everyone's reading this fucking letter.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just it's like not that great human drama either. So it's very, I don't know. It's very soap opera-y.
Absolutely.
Well,
I just can't put my finger on it. I just don't like it.
It's a
I don't
show
like it that
about
much.
Monarch that has nothing to do with Monarch.
Right.
Yeah.
The only thing that it has to do tangentially is, I said it again,
Oh,
is,
there you go. Big tangential
is Shaw and whatever her name is, the original
Keiko?
chick, Keiko.
Yeah.
Those two were in Monarch, but they were not anymore. So it's just weird.
Well, in the end, they're starting up Monarch 2.0 with everybody and stuff.
Like, how are they starting up 2.0?
I don't know.
They're going to be a fucking multinational giant corporation with fucking jets and stuff and fucking bases everywhere all over the world, and they're starting over? They should be wrangling Titans up and putting them into containers by now. According to the lore.
Yeah. Yeah. So some of that didn't make sense to me when Randa's on Skull Island, and then the movie Skull Island, like how many years apart is that? Also, why Kentaro wants to rescue his dad. I'll give him credit for killing a character, killing Hiroshi. I didn't think they'd kill a character, so I'll give him credit for that, right? But now Kentaro thinks he can go. We find out that Hiroshi went to the Access Mundi in Antarctica the year he was missing, and so he thinks he can save him from when he was in the Access Mundi. I don't know how any of this works. I don't understand how they saw each other at the end in the shimmer of the fucking thing.
Right.
Like, couldn't Shaw just leave and walk out of the portal at that point, even though it's in the past? I don't. It didn't make any sense.
No, it didn't make any sense.
And
Doesn't make any
Isabel's
sense
like,
that
I
he's
want to
gonna visit
use
him.
the time travel in Access Mundi to undo G-Day, but also I need to get rid of Kong, so that's why I've tranquilized this monster.
When he was communicating with his younger self, I went, okay, maybe I can get there. When he sees himself in the shimmer, I'm like, what?
That made my head hurt.
What's happening here?
That made my head hurt a little bit.
What is happening right
I
now?
wasn't sure.
Yeah, the Access Mundi is just I don't know. It doesn't.
It's
doesn't
a bad
make any
idea.
sense.
They should never have done it.
They should have never done the Mundi, or they should have never even done Hollow Earth. Like, why do we? I don't understand why this is a thing.
Hollow Earth is crazy. How is there sunlight down there? I don't get it.
Well, I think it's not Hollow Earth. It's got to be another dimension. That would make more sense.
I mean, I kind of like that dude Suzuki and the tech he built in the 50s that carried through, and he rebuilt another one to lure Godzilla's convenient way.
Why doesn't anybody know how to do anything?
To call Godzilla, but the whole thing was just kind of meandering, and I'm like, the whole show was just Kate letting Titan X out, feeling bad, and then getting Titan X back in the thing. And, you know, I like that scene where he goes out in the boat with the little baby scarab to divert it. And then the second time they're like, it's heading this way again, but it's just a whale. So that was weird to tease it that way. And I wasn't sure like who was working for who and who's doing what. It was just a little bit all over the place and confused.
It starts to fall apart midway through.
But Anthony, what'd you think about the Rodan little ending there?
What I mean, I like Rodan. Don't get me wrong, but are they basically? I forget what Shaw's doing there. Is he trying to? I forgot. I already forgot.
Trying to fuck it.
Trying to fuck Rodan.
They were looking for Kentaro and Isabel, who escaped one way. Remember, in one helicopter.
Yeah, I know that. But what is Shaw doing now?
So he was following them to Thailand. I think they are in Thailand, and he meets that Awut.
Because they want to figure out another way to get to the Mundi. And they might use Rodan.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
And then this is the Roseanne. This is the Roseanne bar.
Can you imagine Roseanne Barr popping out of that
I
volcano?
can see her on top of the volcano going,
Now that's a surprise.
Dan, where are the kids? Where was Rodan? This is the Rodan from King of the Monsters, which was a couple years later.
Oh, maybe he's supposed to be in a fucking volcano in Mexico.
No, I think this is after King of the Monsters. 'Cause
Oh.
this was a 6-year time jump.
Oh,
no,
was
it
it?
was 6?
Yeah,
No,
it
it's
ends and they go 6 years later.
6 years or 6 weeks later.
I thought it was 6 years.
I thought it said 6 weeks. Wikipedia has it as 6 weeks later.
Was it 6 weeks?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, this is post King of the Monsters, I think.
Okay.
Because Rodan is now just out.
Okay, because they're in 2017. Do we like any of the characters? Because one of them is getting a prequel spinoff.
Who?
Young Lee Shaw. They are going to be making a Young Lee Shaw show with Wyatt Russell. And this guy, they really want to expand the MonsterVerse, so you can expect more spinoffs. It says the spinoff series will follow the story of Colonel Lee Shaw, an American operative who in 1984 went on a secret mission behind enemy lines in an attempt to stop the Soviets from unleashing a horrific new Titan big enough to destroy the U.S. and turn the tide of the Cold War. That's what they're making. And the guy in charge of this
And
wants...
old Lee Shaw has never spoken about this.
Old Lee Shaw, you never know. He never mentioned that
He never
that's what he
mentions
did.
that there's another fucking
Yeah.
badass kaiju that the Russians almost killed us with.
So, yeah.
Retcons.
That's what they're
We
doing.
like retcons.
Anyways, do you guys want
Sloppy
to...
writing.
Anthony, give me a number. Final thoughts. Do you rank it against
5 out
the
of 10.
first season? Okay.
5 out of 10 and
Yeah.
just about this. I mean, it's literally the same to me as the first season.
Yeah.
I do like Kong. I like seeing Kong. I thought the Titan X was better than the Bat or whatever the fuck was in the first season.
Yeah.
So I guess 5.5 out of 10. I'll always enjoy monsters. So every time there's monsters on the screen, I will enjoy it. And there were a couple moments where I felt a little hint of emotion for the characters on screen, but overall,
You don't feel that.
yeah, it's just a completely average
Yeah.
drama. I mean, it's this very, very average soap opera.
Ruggs, give me a number. Better or worse than the first season?
I would say a little bit better in some ways, and a little bit worse in some ways. So it's a draw. It's a 5 for me as well.
Yeah.
The show should be about Monarch and not about everything else. And this Access Mundi is just killing the show. It really is. It's not making it any better. The good thing about the show is that they involved Kong and Godzilla and a new monster. So you got 3 monsters, and then you got some like other little small ones here and there. There's that crazy one that they had to fucking run through with a fucking
the vines. The vine one was great too.
Yeah.
Which one? The one you're mentioning? The one that they run through?
The
Yeah,
scarabs.
they're with the forklift. They had to fucking impale.
Oh yeah.
That thing was crazy looking. You know, they had some interesting. They had the ones that look like ostriches and shit that they had to break out of the lab.
Oh yeah.
They had like a lot of little monster stuff. So they had like monster shit happening.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was way better than last time.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the Monarch stuff is just overcomplicated and not fun.
Yeah, I like the monster stuff a little bit better this season. I like most of the flashbacks this season that they had to show the wedding, and I was like, this is really taking a long time to just show fucking Keiko and Bill get married. I don't know if that was necessary. So I did find overall it was just a little more confusing and convoluting. So overall, I think it's a tiny bit better than first season, but yeah, I'm at like a 5.5. It's just like, okay, it looks great. It's got a great cast, but like, it's just all right. It's not compelling enough for some reason. I don't know.
You want to know something? People that don't know anything about MonsterVerse or not that big into MonsterVerse,
They really
like
the
the show.
Yeah. I saw that. I found that interesting.
So it's not made for us, I guess, the people who actually like Godzilla and Monarch. We always can find issues with it because it's just not get great. You know, you want something that's going to make the movies better.
Yeah.
And like fill in the gaps that the movies can't do.
Yeah.
And this does not do any of that.
Yeah, they're clearly spending a lot of money, though, and making sure it looks prestige. But the writing is not very prestige. So, I don't know. I guess it'll probably get another season. Apple doesn't care. They got fucking trillions of dollars.
Yeah, they'll make another one.
Let's make another one. All right.
People talk about it. People watch it. There's a lot of internet content about it.
Yeah, all right. Good stuff. Let's take a break here, fellas. We're going to play some promos and come back and check in with Andy and Miranda and Nigel, The Devil Wears Prada 2, right after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
What's up? This is Brian, and I'm the host of Citizens of Pawnee, a Parks and Recreation podcast. That's right, a podcast dedicated to my favorite TV show, Parks and Rec. Every week I discuss my favorite things about the show, which include character breakdowns, episode rewatches, and other random facts and tidbits about the show. You can find me on Instagram at Citizens of Pawnee Podcast and listen wherever you get your podcasts now. You will literally love it.
I'm Imran.
And I'm Sophia.
I'm the brother.
And I'm the sister. And we are watching a show about cousins.
We're your hosts for Dance of Joy, a Perfect Strangers rewatch podcast.
We grew up watching the 80s hit sitcom, and now we'd like you to join us every week as we rediscover our love for our favorite TV cousins, Balky and Larry.
You can find our show at danceofjoypod.com and on all major podcast platforms. Now we are so happy, Sophia. We do the Dance of Joy.
Imran, this is a podcast. They can't see us.
Oh, po.
Jock and Nerd.
Listener, if you enjoy the show, this is a great time to sign up for our awesome Patreon fan club. Just visit jockandnerd.com/Patreon. Jock and Nerd. And you can give back on a monthly or annual basis, and you get stuff for as little as $3 a month. Gets you access to an exclusive podcast feed where the shows come out early. There's instant reactions to new movies, reviews of older movies, lots of bonus content. You can join us for our monthly virtual hangouts on Discord. We just had one last week. It was lots of fun. Ruggs was there. Anthony was not there.
Sorry.
But
I was watching this movie that we're about to
You were
review.
watching this movie, and then I watched the movie the next day. The next one will be May 28th. All the interesting things, all the details at jockandnerd.com/Patreon. There's a link in the episode description. Check it out. All right, fellas, let's get to this week's movie review. Oh, look at this. We will be reviewing The Devil Wears Prada 2. Here we are. Here's your spoiler alerts.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
Prepare to be spoiled!
We did this because we all just kind of were 20 years late to the original movie. And watch it. Do you realize how many shows and people I've heard saying they've just watched Devil Wears Prada because of this second one coming out for the first time?
Really?
Yes. It wasn't just us. I saw tons of other people going, I just watched this. So it was on TV. It was on ABC the other day too. Anyways, The Devil Wears Prada 2, directed by David Frankel, written by Aline Brosh McKenna. Same team that brought you the first movie in 2006, which this is a sequel to. On the Rotten Tomatoes, it is currently sitting at 78% tomato meter. Critics meter, 87%. Popcorn meter, audience meter. Metacritic has it at a 62. And on the letterbox there, Anthony, 3.4. 3.4. That's not bad, right? That's like above.
It's okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's above good. The movie, this one budgeted at $100 million. And opening weekend opens at number one with 77 million domestic. Global debut of 233.6 million.
Oh, wow.
Which I believe was higher than Michael made globally last week in its weekend debut.
Wow.
The domestic is less, but yeah, 77 million, 233 in one weekend. It has an A- cinema score also. And our Rotten Tomatoes numbers are good. Meanwhile, opening in number two, Michael only dropped 44%, made another 54 million week two. It is now sitting at $423 million globally in 2 weeks. The Super Mario Galaxy movie, 894 million global, opens still at number three. Number four, Project Hail Mary, hanging on, 638 million global for Project Hail Mary. It's a very interesting 1, 2, 3, 4 openings this week.
You have Devil Wears Prada.
I have Devil Wears Prada and Mario and Project Hail Mary. No, yes, I do. And you have Michael, which is doing really good.
Yeah, but you're killing it.
Right now, I got $1.5 billion cooking right over here somehow. So I forgot I do have Devil Wears Prada. Very good.
Yeah, I looked it up before the show and said, damn, this fucking guy has this
I knew I picked it because I went on a hunch. I thought it was going to be a wild card, but I had a feeling this fandom has 20 years to get crazy for this. This movie, returning, Meryl Streep, of course, as Miranda Priestley, Anne Hathaway as Andy Sachs. You got Emily Blunt playing Emily, Stanley Tucci as Nigel. New Kenneth Branagh as Miranda's beau, new husband in this one. We have Justin Theroux playing Benji Barnes, Lucy Liu as Sasha Barnes, and BJ Novak from The Office as Jay, and then the lovely Simone Ashley as Amari, Helen J. Shen as Jin, and there was, who am I thinking of? There was a cameo. Oh, Lady Gaga. There's a Lady Gaga cameo. That's who I was thinking of. Also in this movie, PG-13, 1 hour, 59 minutes. Anthony, what happens in The Devil Wears Prada 2?
Well, it is 20 years at least after The Devil Wears Prada, the original. And Andy, played by Anne Hathaway, is a award-winning journalist that gets fired from her job as she wins an award and gets rehired by Runway magazine, where Miranda Priestley, is still running things, but running things in a little bit of a different way because it's 20 years later and HR is involved and there's all sorts of corporate overloads. And Andy is hired to help Miranda, Miranda's features part of her magazine, because they had some bad press from supporting a designer or something like that was utilizing people in China or something.
It was like a sweatshop scandal.
Sweatshop type stuff.
Fast fashion.
And while she is now working for Miranda again, Miranda is dealing with all types of different things, such as a career change, potential being bought out by another company, and all sorts of shenanigans. There's like two to three different things that she has to deal with.
Yeah.
In this movie.
Yeah. All right. Well, what'd you think? Let's start with you. When it ended.
Start with me?
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I saw a costume screening.
Oh yeah, how was
Thursday.
that at the Alamo? Right? Yeah.
May or may not have been one of 3 straight guys in that movie. Fine, it's fine. I have no problem with it. I'm just wanted to point that out. And now there was a costume screening, and I'm in there with like sweats and a hoodie,
a little underdressed,
just a little different. Yeah. A little different. Overall, I enjoyed the movie. It's fun seeing the band get back together. Even though I don't have 20 years of history with this movie, I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I do think, right off the bat, I don't know that it's as good as the first one.
Yeah.
The plot is a little more all over the place, like a little unfocused. I did enjoy that Miranda Priestley is put in these situations where we're seeing her not as this unflappable human, but having to deal with a bunch of shit. I thought the star of the movie was actually Emily Blunt. Every time she was on screen, I was just dying laughing.
Yeah.
It was fun. It's not as good as the first one. It's clearly like a get the band back together type movie, but they have enough going on where it's not exactly the same as the first one. Loved that Miranda right away is like either doesn't recognize Andy or is just giving her a hard time.
Do I know you?
Yeah. So I liked seeing where these characters are at 20 years later. Overall, I had a good time with it. Don't think it's as good as the first one.
Yeah.
Plot, like I said, is a little tough to follow at times. Just doesn't make a ton of sense all the way through. But I thought it had enough of the warm and fuzzies where I ended the movie. I went, okay, this was charming. Like these characters all fit. The main 4 characters all fit right back in like a glove.
Yeah. Yeah. Bruggs, opening thoughts. How was your theater experience? Anything notable?
No, I put this off as long as I could. And I went to an early matinee hoping that no one would be there, and I was the only one in the theater. There was people in the theater. There's maybe like a few people, but nobody. A lot of old guys too that were in the theater. Yeah, there's like a crowd of like old men that'll just watch any new movie that come out.
Okay,
and I'm one of them.
Yeah.
So, so I saw this movie and it was fine. I enjoyed myself. I didn't like dislike the movie. I felt like it was a little contrived and too much like the first one. It followed a lot of the same beats.
Yeah.
And I know it's a sequel and that's what they do. But when you're talking about fashion and not only that, but magazines and how that industry has now been given over to influencers on TikTok and fucking people that are online, like on Instagram, like they're actually, no one's reading Vogue anymore. No one's reading those magazines. No one cares.
Prince. No way.
Like these young kids, they have no idea and they don't care. They just, whatever's going on in their algorithm is what's going on.
Buying magazines even.
So I feel like that was something that they could have really delved into, but they just kind of skirted it like very, very lightly. And there are some things where like, oh, Miranda's got her budget cut and she's got to take a fucking plane and she has to sit and coach.
Yeah.
Those are all funny things, but I think they could have went more into that because it would make it feel like more of its time. And but I just thought it stuck way too close to formula. Like the fact that Andy would even go back to work for Miranda is, I feel like it's unfathomable. Like she fucking hated this woman.
Yeah.
This woman dicked her over and like turned her into this worst person of herself. And then she's like, I'll go back there because I need money.
She got fired by text.
Yeah, but she's supposedly like an award-winning person.
I think she thought Miranda wanted her back, and that's why.
Yeah.
You know, and
I think she thought it was going to be a warmer welcome to what she got.
And
that's true.
Miranda did not know.
But all in all, though, I still had a good time with it. I think there's definite issues with it. It's not as tight as the first movie.
Yes.
It's not as like, didn't know what it exactly was trying to say.
Yeah.
Because ultimately it was about she's trying to save Miranda, but also she's trying to save herself because she has no job prospects, according to this film. So, so now she's locked into this fashion job for the rest of her life. Is that what's going on now?
Sure.
By the end, looks like she's happy being. It looks like she felt like she is fulfilled doing this, working with Miranda and working with what's Stanley Tucci's character's name? Nigel.
Yeah, I think Nigel is a nice center for the movie because you can tell that they really like each other, you know, and that Nigel was really happy to have her back and orchestrated the whole thing.
Everybody's chemistry is great.
Yeah.
You know, the main four. Yeah, I also, there was actually a bunch of dudes in the screening. I saw it Friday. It was pretty full, and a lot of dudes came with their girlfriends and wives, so there was a lot of couples. So I was like, I didn't know what the makeup would be, but I found it a decently entertaining follow-up. Like you guys said, seeing the gang back together is great. Their chemistry is great. I did actually like the commentary about the state of media and journalism, and you know, they do mention they deal with layoffs and mergers and downsizing and budget cuts, and then it becoming content and being more clickbaity. I love the line where she's like, the magazine is so thin you could floss with it. So, you know, everybody's really good in their roles, but like you guys have said, the story is not as focused as the first one. Like the first one's a great, like we said, it's like Whiplash for women, right? It's a great psychological thriller. It's Andy kind of making a Faustian deal with the devil and trying not to become the devil at the same time. But this one, I don't really know what the point was.
The story kind of bumbles along. Like it's like Rug Boy mentioned, they go into this where now the corporation's bought out and there's all these consultants and they're cutting budget. So then it goes in this place where now Miranda is riding coach, but then like she rides coach, but then she's still like, when she gets to Paris or whatever, or Italy, she's still living in like a mansion. So it's like
the size of her room.
Why couldn't she just
so it's like
pay
it doesn't
for her own fucking ticket and
it
go?
was just a story beat for a little time. I also think like them like going for the big swing of turning Emily Blunt like into the kind of the antagonist.
Well, Emily now works at Dior,
right? But then that's the big swing, right?
Yeah.
And then I want to get your thoughts on that. But then even by the end, they undo it, and they're like, oh, she's not really the bad
Yeah,
guy.
they're,
Like,
they're at lunch together. And
right.
they're like,
and it's like,
fine.
but it's like, I don't really want to root against Emily Blunt's character. Like, I don't know that I wanted her to become the villain of the movie. I don't know. What do you guys think of that swing where it's
No,
like
I didn't
revealed?
like that turn. I thought it would be cool if they all teamed up at the end and fucking, you know, and got the company together.
Right.
I mean, there's that moment where Miranda tells her, like, I pushed you out because I didn't see any creative vision in you, and her.
Yeah, but I doubt that. They
and
just
then
wrote that.
I don't know if I bought her whole plan was to like team up with the dude and push Miranda out to take over the whole time. I don't know. That seemed a little.
It seemed
forced.
like a twist for like the sake of the
Yeah.
fact that like
Yeah.
we need to have a moment here where you're on your toes and you're like, oh my god, what just happened?
So let me ask you guys this about Miranda, because yes, it is entertaining to see her on her back foot, see her kind of not be able just go along with everything. But part of me is also
having
like,
having her figure out there is a lunchroom in their building.
yes, he's like, what's a cafeteria? What
A
this has been
cafeteria.
here the whole time. But in the first movie, she's like fucking Darth Vader, savage. Part of me is like, they fucking nerfed Miranda.
A little bit.
A little bit.
She wouldn't
Yeah.
put up with half of this bullshit. Like, where is the savage Miranda that we love? They kind of softened her. Like, she has a great vulnerable moment in the first one. In this one, there's like a lot more. Like the whole movie.
She's a lot more vulnerable.
Yeah,
throughout
the
movie.
whole time she's vulnerable and making these kind of crazy expressions and trying to, you know, please her corporate bosses and swallow her pride and write coach. You could just buy your own fucking ticket. What are you doing?
Well, I think what they wanted to do is like they didn't want her to be exactly the same.
Sure,
They
but
put her in a storyline where it's 20 years later and
Yeah.
she's dealing with all these different things.
yeah.
I think that makes sense to me on paper. It just doesn't make for an iconic performance like the first one, where it's like this lady is like just the queen bee here,
Right.
Whereas this one, she's got to do a whole bunch of different things. She's like more comedic,
Yeah.
more more emotional, and more like giving to other characters. It's like, yeah, that makes sense, but also it just doesn't make. That's why the first movie's so iconic, and why this one probably, people have fun with it. But I don't want to think anyone's going to be like, oh, Miranda Priestley was a boss again in this movie.
But I think for people who have been watching this movie for 20 years over and over again, I think they'll have a good time. I think they has the charms of the first one. So, and it does have similar beats. It's not as character driven.
Anne Hathaway's still pretty cute.
Anne Hathaway still looks great. 20 years later, I was like, holy shit, goddamn, look at this. She looks amazing. And Meryl Streep kind of looks exactly the same also.
Yeah, Emily Blunt looks pretty good too.
Emily Blunt looked great too. Does this one have as any iconic lines that stuck out that you remember? I have one Emily Blunt line at the end I thought was really funny.
Which one was that?
Where she's eating the fucking breadsticks. And she's like, shared carbs are 0 calories, by the way.
That was funny.
But that and like the magazine so thin you can floss with it. I can't remember any other good lines.
We watched it so like it's hard to write down.
Yeah.
I pulled up some quotes. I laughed at this one during the theater. Emily says something about she says the quote is, "May the bridges I burn
Light my way." Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one. Oh, okay, so now I see him. I like when she shows up and Nigel's like, look what TJ Maxx dragged in.
They still give Anne Hathaway a hard time about like her eyebrows and shit.
It's just like, oh, and you kept those eyebrows. That's nice.
And it's still like Anne Hathaway's a pretty good looking woman. It's tough to like make that character feel like she's like a klutz.
Yeah. She's the smart fat one. Ruggs, do you remember any lines that made you laugh?
I don't know. I mean, there was definitely parts where I chuckled, but I don't remember them. They don't stick out to me.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I laughed audibly at one point, but I don't remember exactly the moment that it was at all. So, I mean, her sitting next to the guy on the plane eating a tuna fish sandwich is just great, though. I love that. And
we'll get Miss Priestley a glass of champagne. We don't serve that here. We can get it. You want a snack box?
she's walking past all of first class, like looking at it
looking at all
longingly.
the big fucking seats. I thought it was interesting, Nigel mentioning that Miranda has screwed him over so many more times since that last time 20 years ago.
Right.
But she does make good, I guess, at the end by letting him give the presentation in Milan. So instead of France Fashion Week, Paris, we get Milan Fashion Week. Instead of finding the Harry Potter manuscript, we getting the interview with Sasha Barnes, who is reclusive. Lucy Liu, who nobody can get an interview with. So there's like a lot of similar things.
Yeah, no, I mean one of you guys said it. The beats are all the same, right?
Yeah.
It's like it just the way it plays out in this story is it's just I guess the word I keep using is just not as iconic as the first one.
I did like the twist of, so, Irv, the publisher, and BJ Novak's his son, is the one who's like calling the shots, trying to save the magazine, and he's about to give Miranda a promotion, and she's all excited, and he fucking has a heart attack.
Guy croaks.
That was fucking funny. That was kind of funny.
That was a pretty shocking moment.
Yeah, I didn't expect that, but then, of course, it leads to the son really not knowing what to do. And
The son has no idea, investment in this thing.
No,
he just wants to sell it.
Emily Blunt shows up to the funeral and she's mad that everyone's wearing the other company.
Oh, yes. She's like, why can't they all wear Dior? And then she's working for somebody. She left Dior at the end. She was working
She's working for Coach.
Oh, Coach at the end. Yeah.
And I think that there's a line there that they say about Coach, like to make fun of her.
What? Okay, so we don't have Nate, the shitty boyfriend, but we do have a little love
We have
interest.
an Australian dude instead.
Australian dude who's a real estate renovator, redeveloper.
What'd you think of that? What'd you think of that?
I thought the chemistry was okay. I don't know if it's necessary to shove in a fucking romance there. Ruggs, what'd you think of that guy?
Weak. Weak sauce.
Yeah,
I didn't want to be him. I didn't want to be him at all.
I didn't. I thought they had better chemistry than the last movie, but it was one of those where I was like, "Do we need this? Does this add anything to the story?"
No, it was definitely better chemistry than Entourage Boy. And Lily is like the one friend that came back from the first movie of her friend group. Everybody else just fucking ditched her, I guess.
I was also just like, Anne Hathaway's character, like, they're really trying to get over that she's just a normal girl.
Yeah.
And like would totally be with this guy, and I just don't see it.
Yeah. I mean, it was
don't
more
see her hooking up with that guy.
age appropriate. He seemed a little bit old. I don't know.
He looked old too.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
He was like, he is actually 50 years old.
Oh. What's she? She's like 46 now? She's probably 20. Yeah.
She's
probably
44.
40s. 44. Okay. So she was like
she's
24 in that
now.
movie. Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, Miranda just lost and vulnerable. Wanted to see some badass Miranda. We just get her not like
we get her just a little bit. We get her nerfed a little bit, which, like I said, I think it makes sense in a way. You don't want her. I think Meryl Streep is probably like, I don't want to do the exact same thing, but they don't go fully all the way with it. Yeah, it's different. It's just different.
Yeah, she's playing her different. And then Kenneth Branagh as her new husband. I like that. I like Kenneth Branagh, so I was like, oh, classy.
But Kenneth Branagh looks like considerably younger than her.
He does. And like, he definitely has to dye his hair. It's not all brown like that.
He's definitely dyeing his hair. Like he's using Just
how
for
old
Men.
is he? He's in his fucking 70s.
Is he?
Yeah, he's got to be.
He needed a little gray.
He's got to be 70 at least, or 69.
Ooh.
How old is he?
How old is he? Did you look it up?
No one's looked it up.
He's 65.
Well, okay. She's like in her 70s. I think she's like 76.
Meryl is 76. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe
she's robbing the cradle.
Yeah, really. But it's Miranda Priestley, right? She's a powerful woman. She could nab a 65-year-old. No problem. That dyes his hair. I can see. I'll buy it.
Yeah, they just didn't go all the way with like, they hint at like the HR stuff and the way she talks to people is not acceptable.
Yeah,
they hint at the magazine,
funny.
like Ruggs mentioned.
Yeah.
But they don't go all the way. So it's like, would this magazine still exist? It'd be something else at this point.
No,
right?
like at this point, it wouldn't exist, and Miranda would be like trying to take on these online personalities that are running fashion right now.
Right.
Yeah. She's not the center of the fashion industry anymore like it was 20 years ago.
Right.
I did miss the 2006 ringtones. We don't have any of those in this.
But did you think of the fashion, Imran?
You know,
Imran's a big on the fashion.
the
What
fashion
was your fashion
fashion-
thoughts?
Did you like that they were wearing shoes without socks and stuff?
Yeah, the fashion was nice. Like that spoke to me. I don't know.
The dress that she wore to the Hamptons and she got stained.
How much money do you think they spend? $2 million on this one and just the fucking clothes?
Oh, at least. I think. Well, this time they said the budget was $100 million, whereas the first one was $40 million.
Oh, that's right.
And I read that most of the budget this time around went to the cast.
I think Emily Blunt got the best dresses. I think she got the best outfits.
She was the best. I thought she was so funny throughout the entire movie. I know I don't remember specific lines, but she
steals the scene.
Yeah, every scene she's in,
Yeah.
her little quips or whatever, I just find so hilarious. I didn't like I mentioned earlier. I didn't like the turn where she's now the bad guy.
Yeah,
or the bad girl.
Yeah.
What did you think of the Barnes guy?
Which one's the Barnes guy?
The guy that she ends up
Benji Barnes. That
obnoxious guy.
Yeah, Justin Theroux. He was a little annoying.
He was annoying.
Yeah,
I think that's purposeful, right?
Yeah.
But I found his character to be, annoying.
So,
what did you think of that whole symbolic thing with the Last Supper? That they're right there where Leonardo da Vinci painted the fresco in Milan.
Yeah, what was going on there? He's
Well,
like,
she was just like someone's.
Da Vinci didn't put a halo.
She
on
thought that someone was going to betray her,
right?
And she was right. It's Emily Blunt was going to do it.
Yeah.
So
she knew there was a Judas out there.
Well, she knew that Emily was always a Judas, but she didn't realize that, or she was more upset that Andy's character also helped enable this by acting like unknowingly.
There's a bunch of cameos in that scene where Lady Gaga, who's singing, that's an original song she wrote for the movie. I kind of like the song. I thought it was pretty good. But in that scene, you have Donatella Versace, you have Ciara, musician, you have somebody that stuck out, Vitiligo callback. Did you see Winnie Harlow?
I saw someone Vitiligo.
That's Winnie Harlow. She's a model. She's like the Vitiligo model. Beautiful. Heidi Klum was in there. Ronnie Chang is in there. Oh, Jenna Bush was actually there. John Batiste, of course. They talked to him. Mark Jacobs. So they got a lot of fucking celebrity cameos in that scene. That was fun.
I didn't notice any of them.
They bring that line back, 1 million girls could kill for this job. Oh, there's also a reference to florals for spring groundbreaking. I think it's like a sign somewhere during the show. And yeah, then the carbs thing is from the first movie. You eat carbs, for Christ's sakes.
Do you think they should make a third one?
Oh, I don't know. The way it ended was kind of weird. Like they zoom out. Everybody's at work. Everybody's back
together. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people say it might have been an homage to Working Girl, or just Nigel goes, "You're forever my girl." So I thought that was kind of a weird ending. Like the first one, she leaves, everybody leaves, and then for this one, they're all back together.
I kind of liked I kind of liked the part where Andy goes in the end and she's in the office and she's kind of lingering and smiling.
Yeah.
And Miranda's like, leave, like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Like I like them. Like it still calls back to like the way Miranda is.
Yeah.
That's like the relationship they would have.
She does have a couple of that's alls that are good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all. Also, Andy's wearing a cerulean blue sweater vest. At
Nothing
the
like
end.
the cerulean blue.
The cerulean blue. But like nothing like those like monologues or those lines is really sticking out to me from this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
I can't think of, I mean, there's this, Miranda does tell Andy at one point to like write the book, and she gets all vulnerable and says like, people should know that there's a cost to becoming this great. Basically, I'm paraphrasing, but she was like, which I thought was kind of an interesting angle, right? That she realizes she's been a shitty person, but like it's worth it to get to the point she's at. She's had to be this.
She loves working.
She loves working. You got to step on some
her
toes.
Her job is everything,
and it's meta. You're approaching the book that was written that the first movie was based on.
Right.
Wrapping itself around.
So no third for you?
I don't think you need to do a third one. Maybe in another 20 years. I don't know.
Oh my God, Miranda Priestley will be. What's it? Meryl Streep might be in a tough spot.
I think this works 20 years later simply because of the fact of how like media and journalism and entertainment has changed. Like it's kind of perfect. It was enough time, it's crazy that just 2006 was that different. But
it's also one of those like, I think the reason why this got people so excited, and for the most part, I think it's still an entertaining movie.
Yeah.
Is it's rare, right? Like movies made in the early 2000s, if they were good,
yeah,
they did a sequel right away.
Right.
So the fact that they let this simmer.
Yeah.
Like that's rare. I mean, that's you don't see that very often anymore.
Yeah, I wonder why they waited.
I wonder why they didn't make a sequel right away.
But the whole time, the fan base is getting bigger, and the movie becomes just legendary. And I know there's people probably know every line of it, but I think the hardcore fans of the first one enjoy this. Anyways, all right. Final thoughts, Anthony. Give me a number. Is it better or worse than the first one? I think we've already. Oh wait,
yeah.
Are there any parts for Frank Grillo?
Oh, Ruggs, you start with that.
It goes for the same thing. I mean, he could have been the guy who, I don't know. Could he be with Emily Blunt? He's too old for her.
He could
He's
be
60.
the Benji Barnes character. He could be Nigel still. He could be.
He could be Kenneth Branagh.
He could be Kenneth Branagh. He could be the even younger cradle robbing Bo to Miranda.
Yeah.
He could have been the
What if he's
Patrick
the new Emily?
Oh my god.
Oh, what if he's the new Emily?
No, the only part for him is he's got to be fucking Nigel. That's who he's got to be.
Oh my god.
He's got to play against type and be Nigel.
I mean, it would really challenge him and push his range, but
I think he could do it.
I could see him as Benji though. What do you think, Anthony?
The Benji's the
Benji,
Australian guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first thought I had was like if he could be the rugged interior design guy.
Yeah. No, that's Peter. Benji Barnes is the Emily, the guy Emily was with.
Oh.
The
He
tech
could be the
dude.
douche too.
No, I don't
yeah.
like Benji Barnes for him. I was thinking more of the Peter or whatever his name is.
Andy's
love interest.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of hot.
Sure.
Well, it'd be even funnier if he was the son of the other guy, but that doesn't work out because the guy's like 70.
He's too old.
maybe
Yeah.
And how old is Frank?
he's 60. He can probably
I had him at a young age.
No, you need like a 40.
We weren't using condoms back then.
I had him when I was 12.
I think the old guy could have been like 75, 76. So he could have been.
He could have been the old guy. He could be the publisher, maybe. No, too old. Anyway,
No, he's too old. But because he's got to be the same age as Miranda.
yeah.
So, but he could be the son. He could be the son.
Okay, let's push
And he
it.
could-
Well,
I could see him coming in and just being like a guy who doesn't give a shit about it fashion at all.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just
Like,
gonna,
all right, whatever. Do what the fuck you want.
like a straight up like finance bro who just wants
Yeah,
to sell
he
it.
doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
He wants to see mum numbers. I want to see this shit this fucking magazine. Who cares? Like, you want to always wear the same shit anyway. Who cares?
I do have to say, I found what's her name? Simone Ashley? Very stunning.
So, who's that?
Amari, the dark skinned girl played Amari, the assistant.
Oh yeah. She was
kinda-
pretty cute.
She kind of looks idiot. I was like, that girl's very pretty.
No, I also liked the assistant that like the big overweight guy that couldn't even pee.
Oh yeah, Charlie. That was funny.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let him pee. Can I go?
Wouldn't let him
Charlie, stop laughing. What about Jin, Andy's assistant?
Oh yeah, the little like Asian girl.
Yeah, she's kind of
Yeah,
like
she was
Andy. Andy in the first movie, I guess.
Yeah,
I think everybody was good.
Yeah. No, everybody was.
Yeah,
good in the
it's a
roles.
good movie. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not bad. Everyone does well.
It's
It's
just,
just the first one's so good.
Yeah.
yeah, pales in comparison.
All right, Anthony, give me a number.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
This movie's like the movie I can think of that I compare it to. It's nothing. They're not even the same genre at all. But the movie that this reminds me of is like when you watch Ghostbusters 2,
Yeah.
and you're like, Ghostbusters 2 is good. It's fine.
It's got the same stuff.
But the first one's so iconic.
yeah,
It's tough to live up.
a little bit.
I was thinking about Ghostbusters also when you were talking about this movie.
Really?
Rugs, give it a
Yeah,
number.
when I'm talking about this making a sequel that plays exactly by the same numbers as the old one, but just
it's Ghostbusters
still
2.
doesn't have what the first one had.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same movie, right?
Yeah.
Ghostbusters 2 is the same beats.
Yeah.
A little different, same
yeah.
beats.
Yeah.
It kind of gets the gang back together. You see what
Home Alone
everybody's doing.
2, like those type of movies. It's
Yeah.
like that formula.
Yeah. No, that's a very good analogy. It is very Home Alone 2, Ghostbusters 2, like they used to
Or
make.
even, what's it?
Sequels.
Hangover.
Yeah.
Too. Like all those. You got a formula. You kind of like alter it a little bit, but
Just change.
at the end of the day, it's not as good
You
as
just
first.
change the nouns, keep the verbs.
Yeah, it's not like a true sequel that marches the story forward like Dark Knight does to Batman.
Well,
Begins
that's.
or
I was
something.
going to ask. Was there any growth of any characters? Did we learn anything more about anybody?
No, I feel like they've all we found out is that they fabricated, like Emily's Blunt's kind of being inept or something. So
Give it a number.
she was like the best assistant, knew how to do everything,
Right.
but wasn't good enough
And
to
then
work.
didn't get
I don't
promoted.
understand. Yeah.
Just let go. Rugs,
Yeah.
give it a number.
I'm also gonna say a 7. I think it was good enough to recommend if you like that type of shit.
Yeah.
But and I really not into this type of movie, but like I
Really?
still enjoyed it. Yeah.
Wonder why. No, I'm with you guys. I'm at a 7 too. It's not as good as the first one, but it's a nice companion follow up to find out what everybody's been doing for the last 20 years and dealing with the modern world. But yeah, just like we said, it's the Ghostbusters 2 of Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's perfect. Perfect way to put it. All right, let's finish with some what are we watching? Are we all caught up to the Daredevil Born Again season 2?
I am not caught up. You guys can talk about it, but I had to binge 10 episodes of Monarch, so I had to put priorities aside.
Yeah, no, I understand. It was the penultimate episode.
Oh, nothing like a good peen.
It's a good peen. You know what? We'll just we'll wait till next week because we will be reviewing
All right.
the entire series. Rugs, right? What do you think?
Sure.
I mean, it's pretty good. Something happens in it that's similar to what happens in the latest The Boys episode, season 5, episode 6. Did you guys watch that? The one
I don't know which one. What happens?
It's called
in that
One
episode?
Shots with the little vignettes.
No.
You didn't watch that?
Wait, I did.
I
see
did not
that.
watch it because I
did
had
see
to
that.
With Terror
That's
the
the one where
Dog.
I had to
They
catch
had-
up. Remember?
They had like a little one of each character.
Yeah,
like
look, it's called One
Soul
Shots.
Sister had one, and
Terror,
yeah.
Sister Sage. They did little vignettes, Soldier Boy.
Yes.
And then it ends quite shocking. Similar to how the Daredevil Born Again episode ends quite shocking. Similar thing happens. But I'm not going to spoil it. We'll get to that. They were good, though. It was interesting. Anthony,
I forgot who died, to be honest with you.
Oh, my God. Okay. So,
forgot
spoilers.
already.
I just wanted to mention the
Wait, what are you spoiling?
I'm just saying, it was interesting. The thing that these two episodes, the latest episode of Daredevil, the latest episode of Boyd, had in common is that someone dies. That's all.
Okay.
But I found it
All right.
interesting. I was like, oh, both fucking shows. They pulled the same shit.
Well, it's time. It's the peen. We're at the peen.
When's
You
the
gotta
peen?
do.
The Boys is not the peen yet, but it's coming.
Yeah, it's we're on our way to the peen with the boys.
So, Anthony, you were catching up on Monarch. You didn't watch anything else, right?
That's right.
Okay. Rugs, you sent in a thing. What'd you watch?
I can watch 2 movies.
Oh, yeah,
The one
well-
I just sent in, you didn't get to see it
Oh,
yet.
yeah, because I didn't. You just sent it in. What is that
Yeah. I'll do that one first.
one? Okay.
The first movie that I watched was Perfect Blue.
The fuck
It's
is
an
this?
old anime
Oh.
movie from 1997.
Oh.
Now, back in the old days, this was when Blockbuster was around. Anime had broken through, and they started to have an anime section.
Yeah.
And I rented this movie and put it on, and I was like bored to tears, and I didn't finish it. But now, years later, it's at the top of all of these anime movies. Like, you must watch movies. It's kind of like, basically the way to describe it, it's like, remember how like Seven and there was all these Fight Club and all these like thrillers that came out that were mindfuck movies?
Yeah.
This is a mindfuck movie, but it just happens to be an anime.
Oh, I like it.
And so it's about a woman who is a pop star, and she's in a 3-girl band, and she's whatever. She's got a big fan base. It's all men, by the way. All the people at the concert are men. It's really weird how like the only time you see women in this is when they're acting, when they're actors or performers, or like working in it, but you don't see them anywhere else. There's always like the streets are flooded with men. The subways are all men. All the crowds are all men. It's
Wow.
just really weird.
Okay.
And it takes place in modern Japan. So
Okay.
she's a pop star, and she wants to become an actress. She wants to get out of being a pop star and be an actress. And so she makes this, she starts working on the show that is like a crime show where they solve these like psycho crimes. And at the same time, she discovers the internet, because the internet is this new thing that just came out. And she gets on the internet and she finds out that someone's made a site about her.
Okay.
Like some kind of fucking deranged fan. And then she finds out that someone's following her.
Ooh.
And she starts to get crazy. Then she starts getting like anxiety, and she starts having hallucinations.
Ooh.
And then there's murders going on, and you don't know what's going on, if this is happening in reality, if it's in her head.
Whoa.
And then, of course, her acting career is not really going really well. So she has to resort to doing some like scandalous like stuff,
Ooh.
like nude scenes and
OnlyFans?
just really like rough scenes.
Yeah.
That to get her career going. And that starts to play into her paranoia and leak. It's just really, really a fucked up movie.
Wow.
And it doesn't resolve in the way you think it does, but it feels a lot like that unreliable narrator like Fight Club, where the narrator's telling you one thing, but other stuff is going on.
Yeah.
So I did find this to be a little tedious, but I did think that, it's why is this on all the top anime movies? I guess it's because this is like a script that would have been made in a real movie. I think that's basically it. The animation is very shaky. Sometimes it's really great.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's literally like stills with little mouths moving. And that's it. I'm like, and they're just panning. I'm like, this is good animation. I just watched like Akira and a bunch of other stuff that was made in Japan, like any Studio Ghibli film where the animation is so much more fluid and crazy. But I think they rotoscoped a lot of like the pop star stuff.
Okay.
So when she's dancing around, it looks really good.
Yeah.
I think it was all right.
Where did you watch it? Where is it? It looks like it's on HBO Max or Disney Plus, Hulu.
I don't know where. I watched it off of DVD. So, so that's where I watched it. But so there was that. Then I watched another 80s classic, I think in 1987 movie called 3 O'Clock High. And I'm on the whole 80s high school movie kick.
Yeah. Oh, this is.
And I remember this movie from my childhood. It was on HBO all the time.
It's a cult classic, but I've never seen it.
It has got some great direction. In fact, not the opening. The opening scene is well shot, but then there's a oneer in this.
Oh, wow!
Where he pulls up to the high school.
Yeah.
So this is the story. Jerry is this nerdy kid. He works at the school store. His parents are away. He's got to drive his sister to school. And so he does. And as he gets out of his car and is walking up the stairs, everybody's talking about this new guy who just moved in. He's this badass. His name is Buddy Revell. He's beat the shit out of everybody, beat up teachers. He's got all these legends about all the
teachers.
He's like Chuck Norris, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, there's a oneer that kind of follows everybody through the building as they're whispering about him. It was like fucking Casino or Goodfellas,
Wow.
right? And there's a lot of these like Dutch angles and zooms and all this crazy shit. So anyway, Jerry's got he's a writer on the school paper, and his friend is a dick, and he runs the paper. He's like, listen, I want you to do a story on Buddy Revell. I want you to go talk to him. But what they didn't tell him is that Buddy Revell does not like to be talked to by anyone or touched by anyone.
Don't look at me.
And so he accosts him in the bathroom. He's like, are you Buddy Revell? And he touches him.
Uh-oh.
And Buddy Revell says, all right, that's it. Like, you're dead. I'm going to fucking, after school, we're going to fight, and I'm going to beat the shit out of you. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can't pay me off. You can't do anything. You can't run away. I'll find you. You tell anybody about this, it's going to be even worse. So he threatens them. So now the rest of the movie is him trying to figure out how to get out of this fight that's going to happen at 3 o'clock. And the clock's ticking. There's a lot of sense of tension. He's running around trying to figure out all this stuff. But the whole movie takes place in the school, and it ends with a fight. And I enjoyed this movie. It's like the guy who's the bad guy, who's Buddy Revell, is the evil dad from Kindergarten Cop.
Richard Tyson. Oh,
Yeah.
that guy. Oh, yeah. He was the dad. Trying to get his kid in there. Yeah.
And they make him just look like a badass. Like he's towered. He's like wearing this dirty shirt. And like, he, at the end, there's a fight with brass knuckles.
This is a classic. This is a classic.
And it's
80s
a classic
movie,
film. Is it great? No, but I love the direction. It's got the fucking soundtrack as Tangerine Dream.
Like the Sorcerer. They did the Sorcerer.
Like the Sorcerer.
So, yeah.
So, and it's got like, I think there's a lot of names in the production that are pretty big. I think Barry Sonnenfeld is involved in this. Some other names you might recognize. The director, I don't know what else he's done.
So I just looked up this guy, Phil Joanno. You know what he's done? It's actually some interesting things. He directed U2's Rattle and Hum concert film.
Yeah.
He directed the Punisher Dirty Laundry short.
Oh, yeah.
With
I remember
Thomas
that.
Jane. Remember that? That was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then a ton of U2 videos, basically.
Yeah, he's a U2 director.
Yeah.
So yeah, he did a great job on that movie. I thought it was well shot and it was very directory for a 80s movie about a fight after school.
Actually, I've
and
heard
it had
of
a lot
him.
of tension. And it was good. I thought it was good. The thing about this movie, there's no big names in it. There's absolutely nobody that you would know other than the guy from Kindergarten Cop and maybe what's his name? The guy who owns a school store.
We got Jeffrey Tambor.
Yeah, Jeffrey Tambor.
And then Patrick Baker Hall. Would be the two. No, actually, now I just remember I know this guy's name from the U2 videos. Because I remember I watched Rattle and Hum like when I was in high school, and then they would talk about him, all their U2 videos. But I did not know he did 3 O'Clock High.
Yeah, I guess he didn't want to do any more movies after that. I don't know.
Like the last thing is like 2016 he did. So you're not really working. All right. Well, there's so many things out I want to watch. I haven't had a lot of time. I'm trying to keep up with Euphoria season 3, which is fucking wild. And For All Mankind season 3 is very good. But did you know there is a Netflix series titled Man on Fire? Yes, based like the movie with Yahya Abdul-Mateen playing John Kreese. We got Creasy. I've watched 1.5 episodes. And the first episode essentially sets up the same story. This Creasy, after a traumatic incident years later, is pulled back in. Stuff happens, and he's now in charge of protecting a teenage girl. And he's got to get her home to the States there in Brazil or Rio. The first episode had some good shootouts, some impressive shit. I don't know. It's not gotten good reviews, but I'm digging it so far, even though there's 7 episodes. Man on Fire. There's also this new Lord of the Flies 4-part thing from the UK on Netflix that looks really good. There's just a lot. Anyways, speaking of a lot, next week we will have a review of Daredevil Born Again Season 2. The finale is this week. And you guys, you know what the movie is?
Dun, 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 dun,
Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 2.
What are the odds this movie's good?
0.
2, maybe 1%.
0% chance.
Look,
What is the highest rating you think it'll get from one of us?
Oh, 4.
Ooh, man,
you know what?
you're
I'm
really
pretty
low on it.
generous, though. If it has mildly anything that makes me giggle, I might give it a 5.
If we get to a 6 on this,
Oh,
we're
God.
looking at a good time.
The only thing I can say is
Carl Urban could save this movie.
No.
I don't know about Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. I think that's a weird cast
Yeah.
because of how old, excuse me, Carl Urban is.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing I can say is to the movie's credit, at least they're having the main protagonist be a Mortal Kombat character and not some made up character like they did in
Not
the first
Cole, whatever his fucking name was.
one. Yeah. Cole.
I hope they just kill him in the beginning, and that's how it starts. That's kind of funny. I don't have any early reactions or reviews, and they probably won't lift anything until the day before it comes out. Anyways, yes, we go from high fashion to Mortal Kombat next week.
We do it all here on the Jock
Yeah,
and
we
Nerd
do it all.
Podcast.
Absolutely.
We got kaijus, we got fucking Meryl Streep, we got Mortal Kombat.
Oh, can I mention something, Imran?
Sure,
Because you love Michael Jackson so much.
Yeah.
So I saw this on my Twitter feed, and I clicked on it, thinking, okay, I'm not going to watch this. I'm just going to click on it to see it. Candace Owens, of all people, did a Michael Jackson video where she defends Michael Jackson up and down, and she looks into all the stuff and she definitely is cherry picking with a vengeance.
She's breaking down all the evidence. Spike Lee came out defending him as well.
Yeah. So I thought you'd probably like to give that one.
Can I, for real, just
roll.
tell you the amount of conversations about vitiligo I have seen on Twitter this week since the movie came out
They're trying to get pictures of Michael Jackson with his vitiligo.
are wild. Yeah, I don't know if any of those are real. I don't know if any exist. Yeah, I never saw any because he had enough money and makeup to make everything even. But there's so much vitiligo content right now. I was like, man, I need to get in on this. Where was this when I was a child? Fuck.
Well, hey.
Yeah.
Now it's beautiful. You can be a model.
Yeah. All right, that's going to do it, fellas. Ruggs, where can the listener find you?
You can find me on Twitter or X, as they call it, at Rugboy Show.
Rugboy
Where I'll show you absolutely nothing.
He will show you all. He'll show you his slack hole if you ask.
Zero effort. Yeah.
Yeah. Anthony, where can the listener find you this week?
This week I will be.
Is Alamo
his apartment.
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, I'll be watching that at my apartment. Is that what you said?
No. Oh, you'll be in the building. I know why, but
Oh my god, that's an inside joke for that. That's what you call an inside joke for the listener.
it's inside.
Yeah, I'll be watching Mortal Kombat at some point.
Are they playing that at the Alamo?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go watch
they
it.
are.
there.
Okay. Good. In the meantime, listener, check out our website, jockandnerd.com, for all the ways to support, get in touch, follow the show, share the show. That's the best thing you could do. It would help us out. It's easy. It's free. Costs you nothing. Post it to your socials. Thank you for listening to the Jock and Nerd Podcast. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's the nerd.
We'll meet you next time. Meet you.
Meet
We'll
you.
Well, I will eat
meet
you
you.
next time.
Where are we meeting them?
I like turtles.
Thing I offered you a chance to be a cop, and you blew
You
it.
blew it.
You blew it.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate up here.
Where are we meeting them?
Jock and Nerd.
On the hill?